Howdy doody guys, and welcome back. We are now in the fourth game of the Scrub Club Invitational number one's grand finals, where we see Phonic currently up 2-1 over Postage. Postage was able to bring it back after being 2-0 down in that last game. He was able to bring it back with a nice ling run by in the early stages of the game. So what we'll be seeing now is another ZVP, but this time on Ohana LE. And in the top left hand position of the map we have Phonic, a green Protoss player throwing down the early GG, but he corrects. Alright, and then in the bottom left hand side of this map we have our purple Zerg Postage, who was able to come back after first of all losing to a mothership carrier kind of play, or rush, or whatever you may call it, that he was unable to correctly respond to. And then after failing to pull off one of his, trademark 6 pulls, fantastic, but after being unable to pull off the double extractor trick 6 pull that he's been trying to develop into a legit strategy. Legit all in, as in nothing else. You can't do anything else after it. So hopefully we'll see some crazy shenanigans in this game, as so far it's been fairly straight up play, except for that first game where Phonic used his prowess of auto build interceptors and the pretty good job of walling off his bases to deny scouting, and was able to successfully hide that fleet, whatever we call it, from Postage. So he was blindly doing it. So it looks like Postage is actually going for a hatch first to shake things up. So hopefully that will treat him better and we'll move on to an epic game 5. But who knows. Phonic also responding with a Forge Fast Expand. And what's happened here for Postage? Let's see what has happened. In the mind, what we might do is we might actually jump back, hop into Postage cam and see what has happened. What is happening? What did you do wrong? Let's see. I'm not sure what the mistake was, but maybe. Hang on. No, it looks like nothing, so baffles me. Alright, so we'll jump back over and we see that Nexus is about halfway done for Phonic. And he's just building that pylon to unsupply block himself. And what have we got here? We've got another drone on the way. So Postage is currently droning up, keeping intact with the work account of Phonic, and throws down that first queen and starts work on that second drone. So slightly ahead with the expansion timing, so he should be able to shoot up in supply a bit more rapidly than Phonic, but that's just due to the nature of ZVP and how each army is able, or each player is able to max themselves. Unfortunately, it looks like he's supply blocked himself again, which is not necessarily something you want to be happening in the first parts of a game, where your opponent is able to easily unsupply block himself, and you can easily start to slip behind in the work account like what is happening now. So the first gateway being thrown down for Phonic now, and a quick question of lag, and both players feeling that mutual lag, as unfortunately we were both capped internet wise, so we were on quite slow internet to kind of begin with, and then going over the download limit subsequently slows that process down even more. So Potion should probably maybe even be, instead of injecting and maybe using it to spread creep between his bases, because he has not been able to scout anything so far. And that's probably one of the bigger criticisms that can be applied, is he doesn't scout. Notice I'm referring to myself in third person, but that's right, because this Ling's going to come up now to try and do such a thing, hit the wrong thing, so runs up, sees that there is a cannon there, and that there is a forge, and there's a couple of pylons there for good measure as well. So it looks like this Ling wants to have a go at it as well. Sees the exact same thing, no new information from this. Nicely saturating his bases and stabilises the worker count. He does have 4 gas, but no more than just 1 gas geyser being properly saturated. And it looks like he's even building more as speed finishes up now as well. And he's getting that +1 range, so it looks like he won't be staying very long in Lings. And there we go, the Hydra will extend being thrown down because he already has that lair tech. So it looks like he's going Hydra Roach with the +1 upgrades already being done. Now we've got a Twilight Council and a Robo facility being thrown down here, so we might be seeing, let's see, maybe some Blink Stalker play or something cool like that. So that Stalker was able to pick off a... No, it wasn't that Stalker. I wonder how he lost that. Anyways, so the not the fourth base, the third base, and there we go. So the Templar Archives being thrown down. So it looks like he's going to go for some kind of storm or some Templar action, as he did in the, I believe it was the first game against Iskar Jarek, where against his fairly heavy bio composition, he was able to use Storm to crush. And maybe even incorporating Warp Prisms into that play as well, which could be an interesting take on the conventional thing. And hang on, I just got to spray a bug. For those at home, spraying a bug with deodorant, because it's the only aerosol you have in your room, won't kill it. I'm going to start coughing now as it goes into my lungs. However, it will incapacitate it like I did so to myself. So just waiting for this robotics facility to pump out that Warp Prism, and it looks like he's going to load up and go for some kind of high Templar harass. As the third now finishes up for postage, and he starts to catapult ahead in the production of the drones. Now, whilst this has all been going on, a Spire has been thrown down and 11 Mutalisks are on the way now, so hence the storing up of gas, and we'll need to see how successful this storm drop is. And what we might even do is we might drop in a postage cam just to see his reaction. So he realises that his Overlord is not going to make it out there, and he says, "Sorry buddy, there's not much else I can do." Where the Warp Prism now gets over there, so we'll hop in a Phonic cam, back in a postage cam, and he says, "Holy shit, what has just happened?" We'll have a look at the workers killed, and we saw that that first storm was able to kill off a couple of workers, and those Mutalisks trying to find out what's happening. But another couple, and how many storms will we be able to get off here? So he goes for the gas, some 6 storms on the drone line now, and he loads them up before much else can be done. So we're moving up to 8 workers being killed now, and the Mutalisks looking to try and mutilate that Warp Prism that's hanging out now. And that is quite a lot of gas. If we look over there, the total mineral gas combination there cost Phonic way more than he killed. If he'd been able to drop 2 or 3 storms down, he could have actually covered the whole of that mineral field. Likewise down here, and done some serious damage. But now we see the somewhat of a counter-attack from Postage, just commentating on how unaware and how unsuspecting he was of that storm. And, oh, good blink forward with those Stalkers, and will he be able to blink up to the main as well? So blink's done now, and 1 pylon being taken down, but that's not worth the life of Mutalisk, trying to hide away from those cannons, skirting the edge, and another blink forward will pick off maybe 1. Hang on, has he lost a Mutalisk yet? So that's 8. Oh wow, so he hasn't lost any Mutalisks yet. but quite a few stalkers out on the field now as he goes up to 16 with 54 workers to 71 drones, and then 13 Mutalisks, 24 Zerglings. No Roach Hydra as of yet, as of this present moment, because he cancelled that and went Spire. Well, even I confuse myself sometimes, but that's how we're going to roll. So quite a bit of cash, so we can be throwing down quite a few more bases as well, and quite a few more macro hatches and quite a few more queens to go on top of that as well. So staying on top of his injects as well is the best he can. And it looks like Phonic now pushing out across the map. And as long as Postage gets a fairly good surround on these lings, he can do the damage to the surrounding on the outside of those stalkers, and then use the splash damage from the Mutalisks to do some serious carnage. The fourth now going down, and he has been able to connect all these bases with creeps so far. And we'll even have a sneak peek at their APMs, or EPMs, but that's right, I call them APM because that's probably the correct manner, because that is how many times we're pressing 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 to cycle through things. And we can even have a look at the observer cams, but let's not do that. So the supply, I should say, not the postage, but the supply is now heavily. Oh man, I realised that the term for a brain fart for today was known as a brain fag. So that's something I TIL'd today. Today I learned that it was called a brain fag. Losing quite a few Mutalisks, and he can't be affording to do this right now. That is quite a costly investment. Unfortunately for Phonic, he blunk back instead of forward. But however, it doesn't really matter as the 5th base gets thrown down now, and the production of Zerg means that all those lava can just instantly be turned into supply, into army, and we can see all these new units that are running across the map after being rallied. Quite a few lings on the way as well, so we watch them all swell up. And pushing into the 3rd base now, so we'll go into battle mode. And we'll see how Phonic is able to deal with this. Whoa! Holy crap, crazy shit. So the ling's holding those stalkers at bay. Oh, what a big blink forward as he tries to take out the Archons now, whilst keeping an eye on those stalkers, using the Zerglings to keep them busy. But unfortunately they flew under where all the Mutalisks were, and the Mutalisks are easily able to pick them off. So now the next mission is going to be trying not to die to the cannons, whilst doing as much damage as they can. And it looks like Startail Parting at the same time has just been able to 3-0 Oz in the GSL round of 8, which means that he will be advancing to the round of 4 with MVP. However, don't fret, because Naniwa and Naniwa and Oz have secured their invites to next season GSL, so we should be seeing them back in Codes next season, which should be in a couple of months, maybe 1 or 2. But good news for him, and here comes probably one of the last stands for Phonic, as these Zealots try and keep all the Zerglings away from the Mutalisks, but it just seems to be an overwhelming number, as the supply is now it's probably at about a quarter of Postage supply, and he's losing these free High Templar. He needs to be killing those before they can mount up a bit of energy, because a couple of storms, it could be the difference. But it looks like he's lost way too much here. Flying into the cannons, not really giving a flip, taking down that second one, and that should be GG, as even these new ones can't do anything. So we'll jump out of battle cam, guys. And Postage just running rampant through the base of Phonic now, who's down to 16 supply, which is 1/10 of Postage's. The GG, and he leaves. And guys, we're going on to game 5. Oh, what a game. So we're going on to game 5 in this grand final series. So stick around, and we'll see you soon. And the keyboard still does